Have you prepared? Good evening, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Silver Dad Knows. Remember, always live with no edits. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button now, as you're going to like what I'm about to say. So yes, right here to my left, I am showing you a lovely, not common, 1999 maple leaf. Though the silver maple leaf doesn't change its reverse design yearly, the demand for this collection just increases with every passing year. It could be the incredibly detailed maple leaf design on the reverse, or the 0.999949s pure silver, or the appealing numismatic value of a lower minted coin that demands the attention of experienced collectors and investors everywhere. Maple leaf coins are not generally known for their competitive low mintages, but the older maple leaf coins have a lower mintage than the ones made in recent years, and for that reason, I'm going to be getting more specifically from the 90s because, yes, they're more valuable and there's less of them. This 1999 silver maple leaf is pure silver, and it has a very, very nice shimmer to it. The Royal Canadian Mint takes pride in minting silver bullion products that contain the 4 nines of purity. This high silver content results in a much softer coin that needs extra protection against scratching when being stored. The maple leaf is depicted almost everywhere in Canada, from the national flag to the country's hockey team to the state police emblem. You can still find this year, 1999, as low as $39 with free shipping, and I just think that is excellent, but just so attractive. I have newer maple leaves, and there is truly something special about these ones from the 90s. They got a very, very nice look to them, and of course, look how young the queen is in comparison to the newer ones. Just real quick before I continue, I want to give a quick shout out, and this is to my loyal subscriber, Soul Patch Jackson 3076, and there's a comment from last night. When I jumped in the silver game in 2009, I was getting walkers at $5 a pop. I got at least 700 of those. Dang, 700 walkers that you originally got for $5. It sounds to me like you're sitting on at least $10,000 to $12,000 of walkers, assuming that you sell each walker for $15 to $20, which you could easily do. I mean, there's some walkers, and I'm sure you're holding some of these since you bought 700, but you probably have some walkers that could be worth as much as $50 to $100, just individual. You got 700, you're going to have a lot of gems in there. And that's the beauty about getting junk silver. And of course, you see this Franklin half dollar, and I'm going to get to that one closer to the end of this video. But yes, I mean, junk silver, walking liberties, Franklin half dollars, Mercury dimes, Barber quarters, Barber dimes. You cannot go wrong. 1964 Kennedy half dollars. You have to be getting those. I mean, they're just as valuable, if not more valuable, than ordinary ounces of silver. They are more valuable long term. They will be. There's a lot of unease right now here in America as home buyers are facing record high home prices along with record high mortgage rates at the same time. There are not enough homes in this country, and it's pushing home ownership out of the reach for many families. Millions upon millions of American families. Property taxes and home insurance are also at all-time highs. How many Americans can afford this? Most can't. American business already had its upward surge going back to the end of World War II, all the way to the early years of this century. Now we're in a different phase, and every empire of the world has seen this phase. The downturn. The last 5 to 10 years have been drastically different, as we are now running annual deficits in the trillions. Not in the billions. This has become the new normal politics with both the Republican and Democratic Party. We're losing our economic dominance. We have been for quite some time now. Notice how much it's impacting our society. So many Americans are busy denying the declining position of the United States that we are making catastrophic mistakes about our own economic future, our children's economic future, our grandchildren's economic future. The fact that so many Americans are spending less money today and looking for discounts like never before is evident proof that we are already in a full-blown recession. Rising rates and inflation has burned a hole in most Americans' pockets. So many people I know have already downgraded their lifestyles, whether it be selling their homes for smaller homes, getting rid of cars, getting rid of watches. A lot of people have become less materialistic, not because they want to, but because they can't afford that old lifestyle they had with all these rising costs, the rising cost of everything for them to live, for them to eat, just everything. They can't have the nice little luxuries, the detailed luxuries that they had for so long and probably took for granted. So yes, look at this right here, 1958, so clean, so attractive. These are struck in 90% silver at the Philadelphia Mint. The 1958 Franklin half dollar features only the fourth real person to be depicted on a regular issue U.S. coin, following President Lincoln, who's on the cent, Washington on the quarter, and Franklin D. Roosevelt, who's on the dime. Beside his major contributions to the welfare of the original colonies and the birth of the nation, Benjamin Franklin was legendary for his scientific experiments and numerous inventions. With only 875,000, a little over that, proof half dollars struck, 1958 is the lowest mintage issue from the second half of the series, which would eventually crescendo to the height of 3.21 million coins in 1962. But yes, very, very attractive. And you notice how you have that little subtle crack. So much detail was going into our coins in this time in America. You know, that's why these coins to this day retain their value. And a half dollar like this that at one time was worth 50 cents, you know, these easily sell anywhere for $15 to $30, of course, depending the condition. But yes, 1958, very clean. I believe I have 1960 laying around here, 1961, also very, very clean. But there's just truly something special about this 1958. And then the fact that there was less of these minted, it really makes it, you know, more valuable to me. And if I sold it, which I don't intend to, if I sold it, of course, I'm gonna want significantly more for it than I would my other Franklin halves. But yes, these have just always been my favorite. I remember the first time I saw a Franklin half dollar, I thought it was fake. I was like, "Wow, that's not a real coin." And no, these were very, very real. The first one I saw was, I think, in 1953, and I was like, "Whoa, that's cool." And then it was like a slap to me, like, "Hey, bro, like, you got to know your history. You got to know your silver." And, you know, this was years ago, and thankfully I've caught up. But yes, folks, before I forget, remember, you go to my description, you'll see that I am a published author. You go to the link, it will take you straight to my page on Amazon. I have 3 books right now. One is a dark comedy, one is a crime thriller, and this one is a sports thriller, crime thriller, epic. I mean, this is a wild, wild story. You know, it's not necessarily just about baseball. It's about the mafia. It's about gambling. It's about greed. It's about cheating. It's got all the real human experience. So highly recommend. You can find it on my link. And matter of fact, it's still on special because I'm about to raise the price in a few days. So you can still get it on sale. But as always, thank you so much for joining us. for another evening of Silver Dad Knows. God bless you. God bless your household. And God bless America.